Hi Aquarius, this is Dandelion Rose and this is a timeless love reading. If you're returning, thank you, welcome back, it's much appreciated. And if you're new here, hello, you're very welcome. What can I say? Yes, it's timeless, so whenever it appears across your page or feed or whatever it's called. What else? Please don't try and make the reading fit. If it's for you, hopefully it's good reading, so it'd be great. If not, just let it go. What else? A little bit about me. You're going to hear ums and ahs, and you know what I mean. That is just how I read. Might not be for you, might be. We'll have to see. Last but not least, I've probably forgotten everything because, yeah, I don't do scripted, as you can tell. I'm not taking any private bookings on at the moment, but that will change in the future. Right, Aquarius, let me just pull one more card. Okay. Your readings lately have been a bit, I don't know. There was one I done, and it was more like a business reading. Anyway. So I've pulled one for your energy because some of the cards that are coming out, they're not always like very love based and you're like, what's going on here? So anyway, I'm going to crack on. So the energy you're in at the moment is you're in the Seven of Pentacles. So for me, the Seven of Pentacles is, I don't know whether you've invested in a relationship or you're single and you're putting yourself out there to date. But it's almost as if you're kind of like, you're investing. I don't know whether that's investing like your time, your effort in a relationship or into dating, or maybe you've just met someone and you're dating and what have you, and seeing each other, and you're just seeing where it goes, really, you know. But it's almost as if you just kind of see. It's all like normally I'd say with the Seven of Pentacles, you're sitting back and waiting for the harvest. But here it's almost as if like it is harvest time. It's like if you are single, you've got more than one potential suitor. Let's just put it that way. If you're in a relationship, you've invested a lot of time. Excuse me. Or if you've been dating for a while, you're waiting to see if this turns into something more serious or committed, yeah? Right, so you've got the Ace of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, King of Swords and the King of Wands. So for me, the Ace of Wands is its passion, its creativity. I sometimes see this card as hot and passionate time, let's just put it, or sexy time, whatever you want to bloody call it, because it looks a little bit phallic. If you see what I mean. But I don't know whether this is a very passionate, fiery time for you, exciting. Maybe you're getting out there, you're dating, like Three of Pentacles. You're observing, like, these suitors that might be in front of you, or around you, I should say. But I do kind of feel, and it does kind of mirror with this card. Is there, like, you've got a few potentials. So, like, say, for instance, you are single, okay, or you're just on the dating scene. You've got quite a few people out there that you've had a few dates and what have you with different individuals, and there's one particular person you're like, do you know what, I actually quite like them, because in this Three of Pentacles they're holding on to one coin. But it's almost as if, like, are you pursuing one person but you've still got two in the background as backups? Because that's what comes to mind when I look at this card. But then we've got the Seven of Swords, and it's like, hold on, what's going on here? That's took a bit of a turn. So you've gone like really, so like that could be the fact that you're actually invested in the one person, but you've still got two other choices on the back burner, or have you got, you know, what's the word, a side piece or two? And there's a little bit of little bit of planning or a little bit of lies here and there, but I'm just going to try and get some clarification. It could be just that, like, you're just being mindful. No, you're juggling. I was going to say Aries, Aquarius, you're definitely juggling. And I'm laughing because, I'm thinking, like, if you're single, you're not really doing anything wrong. You're keeping your options open, and fair play, because sometimes you put all your eggs in one basket and you're chasing a wrong, and do you know what I mean? But I think you're being just quite crafty at the moment, and you're juggling, you're having a good time. But there is one particular person that you do like, okay? But as I said, you're not going to put all your hopes on just one person, okay? I really do feel that this reading is for singles. If it's not, and you're in a relationship, then there is an element of entertaining others. I'll just put it that way. And a little bit of juggling going on. Anyway, we'll move on to the bottom row. So for me, the Wheel of Fortune is like, it can be fated, it can be good fortune on the way, you know, things are on the turn. And the thing is, with the Wheel of Fortune, the one thing that is always guaranteed is change, okay? And that is very much this card. It's not always like things are good. It depends on what it's paired with. But it's telling you that there'll always be ups and there'll be downs, yeah? But the wheel is forever turning, life, you know, goes on. I'm getting there's some kind of fated, yeah. So there's some kind of fated meeting, or there's going to be an option, okay? So you know where I said you're keeping your options open, and you've got one, like you've got your one with this Two of Pentacles, you've got your eye on the one, you think, you know, actually, but you're keeping your options open, you're juggling, okay? But there's something fated about this. And with this Six of Swords, normally we say you're going into calmer waters. It is in this deck, sometimes it's like you're transitioning. And I feel that with this, what's screaming at me is that you're moving towards like really some real fun times. Now we're coming into Leo season. I think let me think. Don't think we're quite in Cancer season yet. I think we're going to Cancer season within the next couple of days. It might even be tomorrow, actually. And then we're in Leo. So it could be that this is when this all starts, you know, this fated. And there's going to be a choice between two. And that does happen to be under the Two of Pentacles, where I said juggling. So you've got a King of Swords and a King of Wands. Now, don't take genders. It's just somebody that takes on the attributes of these individuals in the card. But things are on the turn, like in a good way. So with the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun, like you've got this, can you see the zodiac? Like it's turning, things are starting to evolve, you're heading towards this, and you've got these two people. So you've got the King of Swords, who they are very, they're not overly romantic, okay? They're very intellectual, very good with their words, witty, very quick, can be quite interesting, can be a little bit detached, okay? It's not always a bad thing, but they can be quite detached sometimes, and maybe sometimes come a little bit off a little bit cool. But do you know what, Aquarius, you wouldn't mind that too much, because you don't like someone to smother you. You want the attention, but you also want the freedom. And I can say that because I dated my best friend's one of my best friends is an Aquarius, and I dated an Aquarius. Well, I was in a long-term relationship with one, so I know. But you've also got, anyway, we're not on about me. You've got the King of Wands, King of Wands is like the opposite, fiery. And I'm not saying air signs can be fiery. So sorry, King of Swords, Aquarius, Libra or Gemini. Be a good match for you. Especially, I think, Gemini, because quirky. But King of Wands is Leo, Sag or Aries. Again, Leo's a very good match for Aquarius. A really good match. They are quite fiery. The fire signs are fiery. They're passionate. They're adventurous. They change their mind so quickly. You can do one thing, they want to do something else. They can be quite, let's put it this way, they're not shy about showing their feelings, you know? And it's not more like dreamy romantic. This is like showy love. This is like, they're with me. They're very proud, you know. So you've got this choice of two, okay? Let me just, yeah, so the Judgment card. Now, so this Judgment card's come out, you're the third sign it's come out for now, but this is like, for me, it's normally a reconciliation card, or, you know, two people being drawn together. I'll go back to the fated meeting. But I do get fated with the Judgment. I don't know whether Aquarius, I'll tell you what I'm being drawn to, the figures that are quite, like, you can hardly see them. I don't know if you'll be able to, can you see them very faintly? I feel as if like this side is the King of Swords, so you're very dreamy. They're going to like really sweep you off your feet and like almost kind of like woo you with their words kind of thing. But with the fire sign, yeah, like with this King of Swords, it's like they're a bit distracted. Not distracted, but like, you know, I said to you, they're a bit detached. Okay, whereas I feel with the fire sign, and neither's bad, I feel with the fire sign, like you're gonna a little bit more control, a little bit more watchful, whereas with this air sign, you're gonna be, it's almost as if you'd both be doing your own thing. Do you know what I mean? So you've got that option there. I've never had that before. And he's also looking away, do you know what I mean? This King, and it's not that he's doing anything, it's just like, being typical air signs. No judgment, but you can kind of get like caught up in your own stuff. So yeah, I really think that this is going to be more a meeting of mind and doing your own thing, but you know, that kind of relationship. But in this one, I think you're going to have more control, and they're going to be far more expressive. Okay, exactly what I said, but I feel like this Judgment card is calling the Judgment. This is the two choices that you've got. With the last few cards, they're normally advisory, okay? And I think with this Hierophant and the Knight of Wands, oh, it's a strange card to come out. I've got to clarify that now, because I was just, that is such a strange card. Not too many, I only want one, please. Okay. Right, what I was going to say about the Hierophant and the Knight of Wands is, I feel that these cards are saying, oh, Ten of Pentacles, and it's fell there. I feel either, could potentially bring you your Ten of Pentacles. The fact, I mean, it did fall on the King of Swords, but I just feel that it fell like that. Feel like either one, which nice, do you know what I mean? And it's like I said in the last two readings, any relationship or any dating or anything that you go into, yeah, you have your honeymoon phase, but then real life hits, and no relationship is perfect. There'll be ups and downs, there'll be arguments, there'll be things that you thought was cute or what have you now can end up irritating the shit. And I don't want to say, I'm not being negative, I'm just being truthful, you know. Having been someone that was in a long-term relationship for a very long time, relationships are bloody hard. But these people both, you have the potential, because like either one you'll have to work, you know. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked, so I just didn't see that pop out. With this Hierophant and the Nine of Wands, I think this is saying, with a Hierophant, it could be like traditional, following the rules, it can be religion, it can be schools, it can be big corporations, things like that. It can be being very rigid, stoic, it can be Taurus card. But I feel this is saying traditional. So it's kind of saying like, just go into this with like one step at a time, and don't rush into it with the Nine of Wands, the Knight of Wands, sorry. Don't rush into it. It's saying just take your time, make up your mind. You aren't doing anything wrong by dating both these people. Because if you're in early stages, you don't owe either one. You're not in a committed relationship, and I'm probably not going to get liked for this, but you know, as long as you're, I don't want to say you're being like, as long as you're being open, as in you're saying to people, look, you know, I am actively dating, and until I'm like, you know, there's a conversation had, then do you know what I mean, I'm still pursuing, like, not pursuing because that sounds awful, but do you know what I mean? Like, you're keeping your options open, basically. And then it's up to the other person, you know what I mean? Or whether you want to pursue it. Anyway, I'm waffling. But this is just saying, just don't rush into anything. But it's almost as if it's like two sides. It's like Knight of Wands is like rush, 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 rush. Hierophant is take your time, do it the true, tried, tested way. I think this is just kind of saying, like, be balanced. I mean, I'd prefer to see a bloody temperance card, do you know what I mean? But I think there's going to be an element of balance there, and it's just advising you of that. And again, these steps. Now, this is a Virgo card, but I take this as, coupled with the Hangman, because it did throw me. I think the cards are advising you to, like with the Hermit card, it's like doing the inner work. So I'm not saying you could be doing the inner work while you're pursuing, like, I don't really like that word because it sounds quite predatory, but while you're out there actively dating, and if you're looking for a long-term relationship, it's saying listen to your inner self, do the inner work, and like the Hangman is almost like a pause, but it doesn't have to be a pause in dating. It can just be a case of looking at things in a different way. So I don't know whether you would normally go really, really slow and really detached, or whether you'd be the other way, or whether you give mixed signals. Do you know what I mean? But this is kind of saying, I'm not saying that you're not dating intentionally, but it's just saying, like, get your inner compass right, you know, and it will guide you to the right decision. but look at it from all angles. You know, you might have like a little tick list of what you're looking for. So it's just kind of saying like be mindful of that. And I really do get like that your inner compass, your inner gut. Now I'd normally be looking for the High Priestess, but this is like it will lead you. And also like your higher wisdom will lead you to the right, to pick the right person, basically. And just to look at things from a different angle. If you're still here, I'm going to leave the reading there because it's gone on a bit longer than I wanted. They're a bit longer tonight. I wish you well. Nice to have a bit of choice. But just, yeah. I don't want to say be mindful because I want you to, you know, enjoy yourself. But, yeah, just listen to your inner compass and your higher self. I think it will see you right to making the right choice. If you decide either one of them, you might decide not to pursue. I don't know why I keep using that word. You might decide not to get into a long-term relationship with either one of them. So anyway, if you're still with me, thank you very much for staying. It was a bit of an odd reading. A like or subscribe because I really would appreciate it because I'm trying to build the channel. Because I took a year out and I'm rebuilding it from scratch. So if you could, yeah, help me build the channel, that'd be great. I'm going to wish you all the best and good luck with the dating, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.